Welcome to my channel. Before you decide this is just another motivational story, I want you to make one promise to yourself. Stay with me until the very end, because in the next few minutes you may discover a truth that has the power to change the way you see every challenge, every failure, and every opportunity that enters your life. Imagine waking up tomorrow with a mind that no longer fears criticism, a heart that refuses to surrender, and a purpose so strong that no obstacle can force you to quit. It sounds impossible, doesn't it? Yet thousands of successful people share one secret that separates them from everyone else. And the surprising part is that it has nothing to do with money, talent, or luck. It begins with a single decision that anyone can make, including you, starting today. Most people spend their lives waiting for the perfect moment to begin. They tell themselves they will chase their dreams when they have more time, more confidence, or more support from others. Days become months, months become years, and before they realize it, they have spent their lives waiting instead of living. The truth is that perfect moments never arrive. They are created by people who choose to act despite uncertainty. Every extraordinary journey begins with one ordinary step taken in the face of fear. Think about a traveler standing before a long road leading toward a distant mountain. From where they stand, the summit seems impossible to reach. The climb looks exhausting, the weather appears unpredictable, and countless obstacles wait ahead. Many people turn around before taking the first step because they focus only on how difficult the journey looks. But the few who continue soon discover that every step changes them. The stronger they become, the smaller the obstacles begin to appear. Life follows the same pattern. The challenges you fear today are often preparing you for the opportunities you will receive tomorrow. Every setback teaches patience. Every disappointment teaches resilience. Every mistake teaches wisdom that success alone could never provide. The people you admire did not reach greatness because they never failed. They reached greatness because they refused to allow failure to become the final sentence of their story. One rejection became motivation. One loss became experience. One difficult season became the foundation of an extraordinary future. You have that same ability within you. Your past does not define your future unless you decide to remain there. Every sunrise offers another chance to begin again with greater knowledge, stronger character, and deeper determination. Instead of asking why life has been difficult, begin asking what each challenge is trying to teach you. That single question changes your mindset from victim to learner, from fear to growth, and from doubt to confidence. Remember that your thoughts become your actions become your habits, and your habits quietly shape your destiny. If you fill your mind with excuses, your future will reflect those excuses. But if you fill your mind with discipline, hope, gratitude, and purpose, your future begins to transform one decision at a time. Great lives are not built through one dramatic moment. They are built through thousands of small choices that nobody else notices. Reading one more page, practicing one more skill, showing kindness during one difficult conversation, and refusing to quit after one more failure may seem insignificant today, but over time, those moments become the story of a remarkable life. From this moment forward, choose progress instead of perfection. Choose courage instead of comfort. Choose action instead of endless waiting. Your journey does not begin when the world finally believes in you. It begins the moment you decide to believe in yourself. And that decision, made today, has the power to create a future far greater than anything you have ever imagined. As the journey continues, you may begin to notice something extraordinary happening within you. The problems around you may still exist, but they no longer have the same power over your mind. This is the moment when true growth begins. Most people believe success is about changing the outside world, but real success begins by changing the person who faces that world every single day. Imagine standing in the middle of a storm. The wind is strong, the rain is relentless, and the path ahead is almost impossible to see. Some people immediately sit down and wait for the storm to end. Others complain that life is unfair. But a small number of people take one careful step forward. They cannot see the entire road, but they trust that every step will reveal the next one. Those are the people who eventually reach their destination. Life works exactly the same way. You do not need to know every answer before you begin. You simply need enough courage to take the next step. Every challenge you overcome proves that you are capable of more than you believed yesterday. Every difficult conversation teaches confidence. Every disappointment teaches patience. Every failure teaches wisdom that cannot be learned from comfort alone. Think about the strongest tree in a forest. It did not become strong because it was protected from every storm. It became strong because it survived them. The winds that threatened to break it instead forced its roots to grow deeper into the earth. Your struggles are doing the same thing for you. They are strengthening your character, increasing your resilience, and preparing you for opportunities that require a stronger version of yourself. Never mistake difficulty for defeat. Sometimes the hardest seasons produce the greatest transformations. Another lesson that changes everything is learning to stop comparing your journey with someone else's success. Comparison steals joy because it focuses only on what others have achieved while ignoring the sacrifices they made to get there. Every person has a different path, a different pace, and a different purpose. Your responsibility is not to race against someone else. Your responsibility is to become a better version of yourself every single day. Even a 1% improvement repeated consistently becomes extraordinary over time. Every page you read, every healthy habit you build, every skill you practice, and every act of discipline becomes another investment in the future you are creating. The world often celebrates overnight success, but it rarely sees the years of quiet effort behind it. While others were sleeping, someone was learning. While others were complaining, someone was improving. While others were waiting for the perfect opportunity, someone was creating one through consistent action. Let that person become you. Stop waiting for confidence before taking action because confidence is not the beginning of success. Confidence is the reward for taking action despite fear. There will be days when you feel tired, uncertain, and tempted to quit. During those moments, remember why you started. Remember the dreams that once filled your heart with excitement. Remember the promises you made to yourself. Those dreams deserve your persistence, not your excuses. Protect your peace by refusing to carry unnecessary negativity. Do not waste your energy trying to convince people who have already decided to doubt you. Let your actions become your voice. Quiet consistency will always speak louder than empty promises. At the same time, never lose your kindness. The strongest people are often the gentlest because they understand that true power is not found in controlling others, but in mastering themselves. Speak with respect, act with integrity, and remain humble no matter how far you rise. Success without character is temporary, but success built on honesty, discipline, and compassion creates a legacy that lasts long after achievements fade. As you continue walking forward, trust that every step matters even when progress feels invisible. The road ahead may still hold unexpected obstacles, but it also holds opportunities greater than anything you can currently imagine. Believe that every challenge is preparing you instead of punishing you. Believe that every setback carries a lesson that will one day become your greatest strength. Most importantly, believe in yourself even when nobody else does, because the moment you refuse to surrender to doubt is the moment your future begins to change forever, one courageous decision at a time. The farther you travel on this journey, the more you begin to understand that the greatest victories are not always the ones the world applauds. Sometimes the greatest victory is choosing hope after disappointment, standing up after another failure, or refusing to let fear decide the direction of your life. Every successful person has experienced moments when quitting seemed like the easiest option. They faced rejection, criticism, loneliness, and uncertainty. There were days when nothing appeared to be changing, and nights when they questioned whether their dreams were worth the sacrifice. Yet they discovered a truth that changed everything. Progress is often invisible before it becomes undeniable. Think about a seed planted deep beneath the ground. For weeks, nothing can be seen on the surface. Many people would assume nothing is happening, but beneath the soil, the roots are growing stronger every single day. They are preparing to support something much greater than anyone can imagine. Your life often follows the same pattern. During the seasons when you feel overlooked, unnoticed, or discouraged, your character is quietly becoming stronger. Your patience is increasing. Your discipline is deepening. Your wisdom is expanding. Those invisible victories are preparing you for visible success. Never allow temporary silence to convince you that your efforts are meaningless. The strongest foundations are always built before anyone sees the building standing above them. Another lesson that can completely transform your future is learning to protect your attention. Every day, the world competes for your focus. Negative news, unnecessary arguments, endless comparisons, and constant distractions quietly steal the time that could have been invested in your dreams. Every minute you spend worrying about things beyond your control is a minute you cannot use to improve yourself. Imagine carrying a backpack during a long journey. If you continue filling it with unnecessary weight, every step becomes harder than it needs to be. Negative thoughts work exactly the same way. Let go of resentment. Release regret. Stop carrying the opinions of people who never believed in you. Replace those burdens with gratitude, purpose, and determination. A lighter mind travels farther than a heavier one. As you continue growing, you will also discover that discipline is more reliable than motivation. Motivation comes and goes like changing weather. Some mornings you feel inspired, while others you feel exhausted. If your future depends only on motivation, your progress will always be inconsistent. Discipline is different. Discipline keeps moving even when excitement disappears. It chooses action over excuses and commitment over comfort. That is why ordinary people who remain consistent often achieve more than talented people who rely only on inspiration. Every small habit matters. Reading a few pages, learning one new lesson, exercising for a short time, practicing gratitude, speaking kindly, and refusing to quit after a difficult day may seem insignificant in the moment, but together they shape an extraordinary future. Never underestimate the power of small decisions repeated every single day. They quietly determine the person you will become years from now. There will also be moments when life surprises you with opportunities you never expected. Those opportunities usually arrive disguised as challenges. A difficult responsibility teaches leadership. A painful disappointment reveals hidden strength. An unexpected failure redirects you toward a better path. Looking back, you may realize that the moments you once considered your greatest setbacks were actually preparing you for your greatest breakthroughs. Trust that life is teaching you something valuable even when you do not yet understand the lesson. Keep your heart humble, your mind open, and your determination unshakable. Never allow success to make you arrogant or failure to make you hopeless. Stay grateful for every lesson, every person who encouraged you, and even every obstacle that forced you to grow. Remember that kindness is a strength, not a weakness. Encourage others when they feel discouraged. Offer hope when someone else is struggling. Your words may become the reason another person refuses to give up. True greatness is measured not only by the goals you achieve, but by the lives you inspire along the way. As this journey continues, remind yourself every morning that your story is still being written. Yesterday does not control today unless you allow it. Every sunrise is another opportunity to choose courage instead of fear, purpose instead of distraction, and faith instead of doubt. Continue walking forward with confidence because every challenge you overcome, every lesson you learn, and every step you take with determination brings you closer to becoming the strongest, wisest, and most fulfilled version of yourself. And that future is waiting just beyond the next courageous step you decide to take. As we reach the final stage of this journey, take a deep look at how far you have already come. When this story began, you may have been searching for answers, waiting for a sign, or hoping that something outside of you would finally change your life. But now you understand the truth that has always been there. The greatest change never begins in the world around you. It begins inside your own mind. Every successful person who has ever inspired millions first won a private battle that nobody else could see. They defeated self-doubt before they defeated obstacles. They mastered their habits before they mastered their careers. They learned to control their thoughts before they tried to control their circumstances. That is why lasting success always starts from within. From this day forward, promise yourself that you will never allow temporary emotions to make permanent decisions. There will be days when nothing seems to go according to your plan. There will be moments when people misunderstand your intentions, question your abilities, or laugh at your dreams. Do not let those moments become the reason you stop believing in yourself. Instead, let them become the fuel that reminds you why you started. Every challenge you overcome adds another layer of strength to your character. Every difficult season increases your wisdom. Every failure teaches a lesson that no victory could ever provide. The strongest people are not those who have never been broken. They are the ones who gathered every broken piece, rebuilt themselves with patience, and returned stronger than before. Think about the ocean. No matter how many storms pass across its surface, the deep water remains calm. Make your mind like that ocean. Do not allow temporary chaos to destroy your inner peace. Stay focused on your purpose even when distractions surround you. Protect your energy by refusing to argue with negativity. Not every opinion deserves your attention, and not every criticism deserves your response. Sometimes the greatest victory is quietly continuing your journey, while others waste their energy trying to stop you. Let your progress become your answer. Let your discipline become your identity. Let your consistency become the bridge between your dreams and your reality. Always remember that success is not measured only by wealth, fame, or recognition. Real success is becoming the person you promised yourself you would become. It is waking up every morning with gratitude, treating people with kindness even when they cannot return it, facing difficulties with courage, and ending each day knowing that you gave your best effort. Those are the victories that create a meaningful life. Never stop learning, because the moment you believe you know everything is the moment you stop growing. Stay curious, read more, listen carefully, learn from every experience, whether it brings happiness or hardship. Life is always teaching those who are willing to pay attention. At the same time, never forget the importance of helping others. The greatest legacy is not how much you earn, but how many lives become better because you existed. A few encouraging words can restore someone's hope. One act of kindness can completely change another person's day. One example of courage can inspire someone else to keep fighting for their own dreams. Be that example. Become the person whose actions inspire more loudly than their words. As tomorrow arrives, remember that your future is not waiting for perfect conditions. It is waiting for your next decision. Choose courage instead of comfort. Choose discipline instead of excuses. Choose faith instead of fear. Every sunrise gives you another opportunity to write a better chapter than yesterday. No matter how many times life tests your determination, keep moving forward. No matter how long the road appears, keep taking one step after another. One day you will turn around and realize that the mountains you once feared became the reason you discovered your true strength. You will understand that every setback was preparing you, every delay was protecting you, and every challenge was shaping the person you were meant to become. Thank you for staying with me until the very end of this journey. If this story touched your heart, do not let its message remain only in your thoughts. Turn these lessons into daily actions. Believe in yourself even when nobody else does. Stay humble during success, remain patient during hardship, and never stop growing into the person you were created to become. Your story is far from over. In fact, the most powerful chapter of your life begins the moment you decide that nothing, not fear, failure, criticism, or doubt, will ever stop you from becoming the strongest, wisest, kindest, and most determined version of yourself. The next page is waiting, and it is yours to write.